Hello there. Welcome to the basement. Hope everyone had a good week this week. I do believe I've got a good stream for you tonight, or this evening, or this afternoon, or super damn late in the middle of the night, depending on where in the world you're at. I know I do have the occasional overseas viewer. Hey, Brooke. Hey, T Mando. How you guys doing? Anyway, fun stream. Lots of dram. I'd rather talk about other stuff, but that's all we have right now, unfortunately, is dram. However, before we get into all that, grab yourself a little something to sip on. Light yourself a little something to smoke on. Sit back. Relax. Then get ready. Because this is a Saturday night chill. Hello. How is everybody? Welcome to the Saturday Night Chill. I hope you all had a good week. We got Brooke, we got T-Mando, and Alan is now in here. How you doing, Alan? How's it going? I got a question for you guys that I want you to answer before we go any further on any subject. I have a new camera. How does it look? Can you tell a difference from the last stream? And actually, I had the same camera on the videos I dropped today. Is there any difference in quality? Hopefully, and if so, is it higher? I hope. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Please let me know. Oh yeah, shooting evil soldiers from the 40s is always fun, Brooke. It does look better than the last camera? Nice, that was the goal. Is it coming through smooth on the stream? Is there any lag or anything weird? Because I'm not 100% sure about the settings at this point, so. Because I'm looking, I know my signal's good. So, but if it's any kind of choppy or pixely, I would like to know that too, because then I'll have to adjust frame rates and shit. Well, more specifically, I'll have to learn how to adjust frame rates and shit, and then do so. No lag, looks clear. Thanks, Alan. Yeah. You hear that, babe? It's working beautifully. Oh, okay. Ooh, what do you think? You like it? Cool. Brooke says everything is so much smoother and less lag, and actually the game takes place in the 50s, 60s in an alternate USA where they're not. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah. Didn't they kind of make a TV show off of that? Or is that only the game I've heard about? I swear there's a TV show like that, or maybe it was that game. I have no idea. No clue. But that does sound sweet. That does sound like a pretty fun game. Oh, you have to do the whole resistance assembling yourself? That's kind of tight. Are the cutscenes good? Man in the High Castle. Different characters. Okay, but I thought I heard about a TV show that's pretty similar to that. But either way, that's dope. That is a dope. So is this. All right, so before we get into tonight's subjects, a little bit of show notes. Next Saturday is the final stream on this channel before Ahsoka, and when she premieres on the Wednesday after that. So next Saturday is the 19th. Ahsoka premieres on the 23rd. So next Saturday I am having an Ahsoka cutscenes are good. Cool. I'm having an Ahsoka extravaganza stream. Like I'm trying to put together a panel. I've got a couple people set, three people. Waiting to hear from a couple more, but yeah. So it's like I'm trying to snag, well, up to 5 because I don't pay for StreamYard, so I can only have 6 people on the screen. I'm not to that point yet. Fuck off. Anyway, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna be it's pretty much just gonna be a fucking Ahsoka stream. We're gonna talk about the show. We're gonna talk about how we feel about the show. With the people I got coming in, we're gonna be going so hard on theories and speculation and all that kind of fun shit. So that's what we're doing next Saturday. And then what I would like to do, if you guys are down, we all know that they like to premiere these shows in the middle of the fucking night, at least in my time zone, which is Eastern. They drop at 3 a.m. Fuck that shit. So what I propose is that Wednesday evening, at least on my time, we do our own little watch party for the Ahsoka premiere. Do it at like, I don't know, 7:38, probably 8. Maybe even the normal time at 9. It's only an hour and a half. Be done by 10:30. That ain't late, even for a weeknight. What do you guys think? That sound like something you want to do? I'm going to put a poll up on the community tab too, but if y'all are down, I would like to do that. I think it would be fun. And also be quite awesome not staying up for that shit either. Even though it is Ahsoka and literally the last hope of Lucasfilm. What do you guys think? What y'all think? Does that sound like something you would want to do? I'm watching it Wednesday evening regardless, because I'm not staying up. So, but I think it'd be a fun thing if like we all watched it together. In our own little nerdy community we got going on over here. Nice little fun random hangout night. What say ye? And I'll ask again later too when hopefully more people get here. Brooks down. Cool. Right, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, most of us do have to work on Wednesday, so... I mean, it'd be midnight for you. Over there on the West Coast. But still. Midnight can be late depending on what your day was like, so... And that's just the start time for you. It wouldn't be over till 1:30. Yes. Yeah, unless we're at the casino or something. remind me tomorrow morning about casino thoughts. Thank you. Although you're probably already with me on that one anyway. Yeah, okay. All right, so you don't need to remind me. Just think about what you want to think about, and then we'll talk tomorrow. Yeah, I don't have a solo studio. My wife is gracious enough to share space with me in our room for this, so thanks, babe. So yes, occasionally you're going to witness a conversation between me and my wife. So, because no offense to y'all, but y'all ain't shit when it comes to my wife. I love you. I love all you guys. But, you know, it's my wife. I shouldn't have to say any more than that. Really. So. Shit. I just had a random thought in the middle of that tirade now. What the fuck was it? Shit. I don't think it had anything to do with anything I was already thinking before, so I can't even, like, try and track it down. But yeah, anyway, it's going to be pretty Ahsoka-centric around here for a minute till the premiere. I mean, not 100. I will do videos on other stuff, but, you know, for the most part, it's going to be Ahsoka Mania in the basement. Go wherever you want with that. All right. What are you doing? Oh. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. It's a good way to fuck up the music. Hey, Sabersmith. You still watching? How you doing? So I was just letting people know we haven't really even gotten past show notes phase yet. So, and I want your opinion. I need your opinion on this. God, I keep looking to where my old camera was instead of at my new one. Like that's something I got to work on. I'm going to start listening to the audiobook, Heir to the Empire, from one online where the book is divided into 22 recordings. Listen to the first two. Hope to finish the audiobook before the show drops 2 recordings a day. Okay, yeah, 10 days. You will literally finish it just in time. Actually, you got 11 days, but still, yeah, it'll be pretty much just in time. Yes, everyone greet the Sabersmith. All right, so here's what I was talking about, show notes. And Brooke was right on the subject as well. Next Saturday is going to be Ahsoka Mania. I've got, I think 3 or 4 people, 3 people lined up to join me, so that'll be 4 of us on screen, and maybe 1 or 2 more, which is all I can do because I don't pay for this for StreamYard. I don't pay for anything right now. I'm not that cool. But anyway, so next Saturday is just going to be pretty much Ahsoka Mania. I mean, if something happens of note, of course we will go over that too, naturally. But other than that, it's just going to be pretty much, you know, Leku and lightsabers for the next week and a half, give or take. And then, of course, we know she premieres on the 23rd, 11 days from now. And we know that at least if you live in the Western Hemisphere, it premieres in the middle of the fucking night. So I do propose that we have our own little watch party Wednesday evening. Probably about with the regular, yeah, I think we'll go regular start time, 9 p.m. Eastern, just like I do tonight. And it's an hour and a half. That's no biggie. I mean, I'm in the latest time zone you can be in the U.S., so that'll only keep me up till 10:30, which ain't shit for me. So, Saber, if you're still here, or if Chunk is letting you pay attention, let me know what you think about the watch party thing. because like I said to everyone else already once, but you all know I have no problem repeating myself. Yeah, I mean, unless it's my new camera, my little readout here says I'm good. I mean, I'm going to watch Ahsoka regardless Wednesday evening, but I thought it'd be kind of cool if we all did it together in our own little community that we got going here. So, think about it. I'm going to put up with I'm going to put up some kind of post in the community section. I don't know if it's going to be a poll or what, but I just think it'd be a fun thing to do. Watch it together. So, anyway, y'all think about that. Participate in the... No buffering for you, Alan? All right, good. I hate songs with super quiet intros. It freaks me out. Makes me think my stuff stopped working. Damn, that was a long, quiet-ass intro. Fuck. Oh, well. So, anyway, that's show notes for the next week and a half. All right, cool. I like it. All right, so Ahsoka Mania next Saturday and an Ahsoka watch party on the 23rd when it premieres. Booyah. That'll actually be my first watch party that I host. The inaugural watch party in the basement. Yes, that is a concern, Brooke. You are right. Yeah, it needs to live up to the hype. For sure. Like, this is... I think for a lot of people, this is the last hope for Lucasfilm for them. So, it's a big deal. It's a big deal for a lot of reasons. This is a big deal story-wise. It's a big deal fandom-wise. So, but we will get into all of that next week. I got fun shit for tonight. We got... Hey, Donna. Lucasfilm really needs... Yes, they need a fucking Grand Slam, bro. They need a fucking Grand Slam. Oh, fuck this song. There we go. Don't want this to be another Kenobi. Had a watch party with Kenobi for some friends. All of them were criticizing the show heavily towards the end. Even I stopped trying to defend the show. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be a bummer. That would be a bummer. How you doing, Donna? I hope you're well. I was just about to get into the meat, as they say, the juice. What's kicking? What's crack-a-lacking? All that good stuff. Yeah, it's a bummer, Brooke. On the other hand, I don't think I can blame him much. Although, like, a fair chunk of the finale was actually pretty good. You're doing fantastic? That's great. Glad to hear that. Are you excited for the Ahsoka show in a week and a half? I am. Turn that down a smidge. A little obnoxious. There we go. That's, whoops, probably too low. Alright, that's better. I'm sure how I feel about being force sensitive. I'm extraordinarily excited for Ahsoka, and I think they're fucking with us in those trailers, honestly. I don't know that they will make Sabine force sensitive. And I actually haven't thought about that too much, so I don't really. I'll put it this way. It's not something that irks me to the point of having a snap opinion on it. So I guess that's something. Um, I think it's just really gonna. I think it's really if they do that, I think it's really gonna be my reaction to it will come down to how they execute it and how they set it up. Like the concept in and of itself does not upset me, but they got to do it well. I mean, there's just I already know that concept alone is going to piss off a ton of people. So, the least they can do if they're going to throw out yet another fucking divisive concept is to do it well so it ends up being at least less divisive. I don't think Sabine will be force sensitive. I think she will just receive more lightsaber training or mostly training with being disciplined and general life lessons from Ahsoka, not force stuff. I mean, that is a definite possibility. Ahsoka could just be training her to the peak of human capability without midichlorians giving her, a boost. That's definitely possible. I mean, Ezra already was, so I think just with the saber, but yeah. Donna, I am, but to be honest, I'm a little scared of the last. Yes, I mean that's totally valid. I mean, I'm not. I don't have 100% hype going. There's some trepidation there, and my trepidation has nothing to do with Filoni. It has to do with um, the people above him, not just Kathy, but Iger's been saying a lot of stupid shit lately too. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it could be either one. It could be just um, taking Sabine to the peak of her abilities in combat training, or there could be just enough force sensitivity in there for her to be even that much better than the average human, and we'll see. Brooke, I would prefer Sabine doesn't be force sensitive mostly because of how Star Wars theory explained it. It would make the meaning of being force sensitive less significant. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the exact reason why a lot of people are pissed off at the concept in and of itself. It'll make being a force sensitive person less special if everyone and their brother somehow ends up force sensitive at some point in their story arc. That could be, yeah, that would be kind of lame. She was trained in Rebels. Yeah. Um, Ezra was training him. I have such a I think why I keep having trouble with that is because we've been talking more about the other Ezra like for the last while instead of this one. So like I'm having a natural reaction to that name, even though Ezra Bridger is fucking awesome. Sabine does seem naturally talented with the sword. Mostly just needs to. Yeah, I mean, look how well she handled the dark saber. She's got skills. Hope she truly is gone, KK. Yes. Oh, we'll get into that. We will get into that. With the dark saber, yes. However, maybe Ahsoka can teach her something different. Right. Well, yeah. I mean, Ahsoka will teach her what she knows. Which is definitely a much different and probably, well, not probably, definitely a much different and more complete skill set than Ezra was able to provide, for sure. So, yeah, there's a shit ton that Sabine could learn from Ahsoka. Brooke, they failed to explore more of the lore with the dark saber in Mando season 3. Maybe they could explore the lore of it sufficiently in Ahsoka. Yeah, that'd be cool. Not only did they fail to explore more of the lore, they broke the motherfucking thing. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Had a burp stuck, and it was really uncomfortable. But yeah, now you know what? I'll just save that one for next week. There's a theory that my buddy Scott has, but he's going to be on the panel about the dark saber. So that's going to be a fun ass conversation next week. Oh my god, we're going to have so much fucking fun next week. So much fun. Also, the training in Rebels was just a small part of her training. Yeah. Well, I mean, she grew up Mandalorian, so she already was fairly well versed in combat skills. Um, she probably already would have been a natural match for Ezra anyway, just because of Ezra's inexperience and her growing up Mandalorian. And except for the Book of Boba Fett, we know how fucking ridiculously badass Mandalorians are. So, yeah, I mean, she's as much of a natural as she possibly could be, especially growing up in the Mandalorian culture. But of course, none of the Mandalorians, like, they may have probably been able to pick up moves in their thousands of years long fight with the Jedi, but none of them truly know the forms, the lightsaber forms that Jedi use. So, yeah, there's definitely plenty Ahsoka can teach her. The dark saber had to go, and then Donna says, "I was mad when the dark saber was broken." Um, I don't know that I was mad when they broke it. I was more like, "Why the fuck did you do that?" I wasn't mad, just confused. Um, I don't know that it necessarily had to go. I mean, Bo-Katan could have, hung on to it as one more symbol of her leadership, and it's not like they had to bring it out all the damn time. Like even when she's highly involved in the storyline, the dark saber could be sitting back at the wherever the hell she's staying, the nicest cave or whatever. But yeah, she wouldn't carry it around all the time because it would become more of a. I mean, unless they were literally going somewhere to fight. Other than that, I think she would leave it sitting because it's now not just a weapon, but a symbol of her status. So, I hope the dark saber stays gone and they don't through some plot hole bring it back. I don't know. I don't know what plot hole they could use, but I'm not that creative. That's why I'm bringing so many people on next week because they're creative and I know they got some fun theories. Brooke, I wasn't mad. I was just shocked when they broke the dark saber. Mostly confused. Donna, I potted for the whole day. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Honestly. Yeah, I'm good either way. I'm fine without it. Kind of wish they kept it, but. I mean, if they want to bring the dark saber back, they can leave it broken now and, like, go back a couple thousand years when during the one of the Jedi Mandalorian wars, and who was it Tar Vizsla? Oh yeah, thank you, Brooke. A show exploring Tar Vizsla, the creator of the dark saber, would be really cool, especially yes, the first Mandalorian Jedi, Tar Vizsla. That would definitely be something in which I would be very happy for the dark saber to come back. I would love that show. Actually, you know what? No, I want a movie. Neither Lucasfilm nor Marvel can seem to get Disney Plus shows right. At least nowhere near consistently. There's generally more bad, or not generally. For the most part, it's more bad than good on Disney Plus. So no, not a show. I will take a Tar Vizsla movie. Grogu could rebuild the dark saber. Yep, but they got to find whatever the hell generates the actual blade first before they can do that. Somehow they will bring it back and have Grogu using it with the what the fuck ever emoji. Is that it? Oh yeah, the emoji. I remember seeing one of Josh's videos from December that had me especially hyped for Ahsoka. Some stuff on Thrawn and the New Beyond. Using some magic or working with sorcerers. Yes. You know what? This is all for next week, fuckers. Got other shit. Okay, last Ahsoka thing. We can come back to it at the end if you want, but just remember, we talk about it too much tonight, you might get a little bored. Actually, no, you won't, because I'm going to have 5 other minds, well, 3 to 5 other minds on with me to come up with all kinds of fun stuff for us to talk about. So, but yeah, there was some leaks that came out where it was going to end up looking like the New Beyond is where the Night Sisters came from, and that they have their, the yin to their yang, and some kind of like, beneficial magic using version of a Night Sister. Supposedly, Thrawn is going to have an army of resurrected stormtroopers that are going to be, what is that called? It's a Japanese art form where they break something and then put it back together with like gold or something in the cracks. They seal the cracks with like a precious metal or some shit like that. Anyway, they used that for the stormtroopers, allegedly. So yeah, which would be super dope because I also love high fantasy with the swords and the sorcery and all that good shit. So you give me a butt ton of Night Sister magic and some light, I guess for lack of a better term, the light side version of that magic, I'm fucking down, bro. I am fucking here for that. The next Mandalorian Jedi, Sabine Wren. Maybe. Possibly. Possibly. We will see. We will see. What's going on here? Ugh. I gotta completely redo my lighting. Random, but Chunksterdam and I spent the day shopping for mystery boxes. Might do a giveaway for the holidays. Cool. Mystery boxes from where? Chunksterdam. That's awesome, dude. Chunksterdam. I love it. Yeah, where'd you go shopping for these mystery boxes? All right. What do we want to go over first? Do we want to do James Gunn? Never mind. Let me rephrase that because none of us want to do James Gunn. Do we want to go into the story involving him and Gal Gadot? I don't know how to pronounce her fucking name. Just the beautiful gal. Brooke. Oh yeah, there's also the DC stuff around James Gunn and Gal. Yeah, we'll be getting into that. That can be discussed. I haven't read too much into that. It's a constant source of drama. That is for fucking sure. Donna votes KK. You know what? I think we'll go with KK. And then we can go James Gunn. And then if you guys so desire, we can come right back around to Ahsoka after James Gunn. So that way it won't be like, Lucasfilm and DC. We can, yeah, split it up. That way it won't be so fucking monotonous. Gun. Well, I've already explained what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So here we fucking go. So, we all I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with at least most of the rumors that have gone around about KK. How many different times it's come out that she's going to be fired? Some story recently about she was being investigated for fucking embezzlement. Pause. Found 2 at, or time out, I should say. Found 2 at Walmart and 3 at Target. They are mini Funko Pops, 12 in a set. I got Star Wars, DC, Marvel, and Harry Potter. That's awesome, dude. That is super awesome. I hope you didn't overspend. So, yeah. So, and then of course the thought process that Josh over at the Den of Nerds made popular. If it bombs, referring to Indy 5, she gone. Well, it bombed, and she's still there. Now, a little bit of a part of it is because, well, actually, it's mostly because no one wants that freaking job. But some things need to be corrected in those rumors. And thanks to my good buddy Jay over at SciTrek dropping some information out this year. That's what I did. Out recently, and then I was attempting to talk and read Saber's message at the same time, and that didn't work, as we just experienced. So I've been blessed this year, so I thought I would share that with you guys. Well, bro, if this world had more people like you, we'd be a fuck ton better off. That's all I gotta say to you, sir. Over a half hour in, and I just realized I did not even greet the people that might be watching this on the replay, which means I pissed them off. They probably haven't even made it this far, but if you have, thank you. And like and subscribe if you haven't. Oh yeah, speaking of which, you guys need to like, and I don't know how to look at it on this, so I'll just look at it later. Thanks. Saber. Where was I? Oh, yes. Yes, the amazingness of Kathleen Kennedy still having a job. Despite everything that's gone wrong at Lucasfilm. It's been mind-boggling. But, like I said before I got distracted, in one of the best ways possible by Mr. Sabersmith. There's fact behind the rumor. And this was awesomely shared with us by Jay over at SciTrek a couple days ago. And so, you know, this stream slash show slash whatever being what it is, of course, I have to recap it because that's what I do. I recap the weekly news. The fight to remove KK continues to be an uphill battle, and what kind of connection we don't know about. Right? But so here's the deal. So far as her being fired goes, how did I even get that? She is not fired. She has, however, been asked to leave. In other words, at some point, we don't know when, she could even ride out the rest of her contract through next year. I doubt it, though. But yeah, it's not a matter of if she gone, it's just when. How long do I have to wait to twerk to that song? That is the question. But it will happen. She is outie. But she's not fired. They're giving her the chance to exit gracefully. But she has been asked officially to exit gracefully. or as official as it can get to our knowledge. That's why I should say that. As official as we know, disclaimer. She's already been informed that her time is about up. Basically, I think they just need her replacement. Like, if they find that before her, well, they have to find one before her contract's up anyway, because they're obviously not renewing it. But yeah, as soon as they find her replacement and get that person acclimated, she gone. It's just a matter of how long that process is going to take. Now, as for the embezzlement rumor, she is not being investigated for embezzlement. Much as we would love her to be that stupid, so she can actually be fired instead of giving the soft boot, the velvet boot. But she's not being investigated for actual federal crimes related to embezzlement. What is happening is a corporate-wide investigation into budget mismanagement. They're up in Lucasfilm, they're up in Marvel, they're up in Pixar, they're up in fucking probably Fox and Hulu and all that crap. But yeah, it's a company-wide thing. Of course, spurred by Bob Iger. Bob Iger's promises to Wall Street about all the money he's going to start saving and all the cuts he's going to make and blah, blah, blah. So an investigation into budget mismanagement would the goal of that would be to yield results in, okay, this much money went here, why, that's fucking dumb, that's never happening again, that kind of thing. So, I mean, obviously, what we know, they're going to find something. $250 million for Andor. Ish. $250 million-ish for Secret Invasion over at Marvel. There was another one. But those are just a couple of examples. Hey, Rob. What's going on, my brother? Jumped in to say, hey, y'all, taking kids out. Make sure you bury them deep after you take them out. You got coyotes down there. One thought, don't care who runs a studio, whether they make TV or movies. Make good movies first, then worry about how to cross over major characters. Into a world-building, overarching plot. Make good movies first, then worry about how to... Yes. Basically how Marvel did it phases 1 through 3. It's pretty much that. Yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. But whatever movie you put out first, you better make damn sure that one's good, because... Hi, kids. Love you guys. Have fun with whatever the hell you're doing. But yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. Especially if it's something that you want to have connected between movies and TV, like Marvel tried to do, and what James Gunn is also going to try to do, and yada yada. But yeah, so those are the items much closer to the truth than the rumors we've been hearing lately. The nuggets that the rumors ended up based off of. She's not fired. They're not firing her. She's been told she got to go, but they're letting her do it more or less on her terms. And she's not embezzling. But Lucasfilm, among many other studios / departments, is being investigated for budget mismanagement. And we know Lucasfilm's going to get cracked for that. Unfortunately, Marvel's going to get cracked for that too. They've been spending a lot of money on a lot of mid. But at least the good news is it's now pretty much a when and not a if for Ms. Kennedy's time at Lucasfilm to come to an end. It is a when. We just don't know when. We don't know how long it's going to be till when happens. Like outside the second coming and the rapture, that's like the day I'm most waiting for. The day when I can throw on She Gone, put together by Josh and Three Bangers, and then wiggle my ass for everybody. It's happening on that day, or at least the next stream after that day. I'm warning you now, and I am taking the risk of having no viewers. I admit this. It'll be a risk, or at least no viewers for the first few minutes of the show, stream, whatever. But yeah, depending on when it is, you're going to see either a 47 or 48-year-old booty cheeks flying around. Not naked. Don't worry. I'll have pants on, but, you know. I'm going to let you see what I got. Brooke says, whoever replaces KK, I just hope they find someone good. That person has a lot of cleaning up to do with fixing the brand image of Star Wars, but someone has got to fix it before it completely collapses. Yes. Well, yes, but it could be completely collapsed by the end of September. If somehow, some way, Ahsoka doesn't get the juice that it should. But yeah, whoever, at this point with Lucasfilm, I am well past the line of the devil you know. I am so ready to gamble on just about anybody else. I mean, there are probably names out there that I'd be like, no, but yeah. Right now, that's a gamble I'm willing to take. Sabersmith says, if and when she does leave, once she's gone, we probably won't hear or see her for a long time, almost like she just fades to black. Well, yeah. Because I'm assuming she's probably going to have to sign an NDA, which is why we haven't heard shit from, well, she got her settlement too, but she hasn't talked any shit since that. Victoria Alonso, when she got canned. Obviously she sued and got her chunk of change, but once that process was over, we have heard literally nothing from her, because part of the settlement was probably an NDA that probably lasts a few years. And I would imagine Kathy's going to have to go through pretty much the same thing. We'll let you go out on your terms. You know, here's your retirement chunk, yada, yada, yada. Now sign this and keep your fucking face shut. That's probably how it's going to go, or something fairly similar to that. They'll probably speak to her much more politely. Not that she deserves it, but that's probably how it'll happen. You know, professionals and stuff. But yeah, she'll probably disappear into the ether just like Victoria Alonso did. And, oh yeah, and her, that one chick who was her assistant that got canned like within 2 weeks of Iger coming back. What was her name? She was Kathy's right hand. She was the one in charge of getting movies out, and she got none out. And Iger said, yeah, well, you haven't done your job. Let's give her $50 million cash and or stock options to have and keep quiet. Problem solved, right? Oh, I'm sure she's probably going to get a pretty nice little chunk of change on the way out. Probably a pre-settlement, I would imagine. They'll call it something else, but that's what it'll be. It'll be a settlement before they're just going to skip to the settlement and just get right past that whole court crap. But that's what we got on Kathleen. Obviously, as you guys saw earlier, I put it together in a slightly less rambly way in a video, but obviously that's the kind of stuff that I want to talk about with you guys too. Sabersmith, once she's gone, maybe Iger will be open to spending more money on directors who back up their work with content. Yeah, I mean, maybe. It's just going to be not words, yes. Yeah, it'd be nice to have that. Both just in Disney in general. It'd be nice to have that. A lot of how much Iger will be willing to spend on directors is going to come down to how successful his plans at getting Disney back to what he considers solvency are going. I guarantee he's not going to be open to spending more money on shit if he's still in the middle of his cutback plan. I mean, let us not forget, he was only supposed to be here till 24. And he just got back in November. Hasn't even been here a year yet and already extended himself another 2 years. What does that tell you? It tells you that shit was fucked up a lot. And that he has a lot of work to do to turn this hog around. More than he thought when he first agreed to come back. Brooke says more people will probably be willing to come work for Lucasfilm once KK is gone, hopefully. Well, see, that's the thing. No one wants to run Lucasfilm at this point in time. I mean, would you want to be the one that has to come in and clean up that shit? I mean, I would, but I'm fucking insane, so I'll tell you this. If they can find someone who wants to work at Lucasfilm, I'm thinking it'll probably be because they actually love Star Wars. Either that or they are like some kind of up-and-coming exec who wants to take on a huge challenge to prove themselves. It'll be one of those two things. Hopefully a combination. I would love a hungry young executive that loves the shit out of Star Wars to get that job. I don't know if such a person exists, but if they do, that's who I want. The revolving door at Lucasfilm makes my head spin. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if it's so much as a revolt. Well, they go through a lot of writers and directors. That is true. But that's mostly just for the Disney. Well, no, I can't even say that. Yeah, Lucasfilm just goes through, yeah. You know what? You're right. It is a fucking revolving door over there. Now that I'm thinking about all the stuff that's been announced that hasn't happened, and most of it's down to writers and directors just being gone through like fucking dirty underwear. So, Donna says Iger did it to himself. Yes. Chapek fucked a few things up too, but the whole issue was begun by Iger. He laid the foundation. Brooke says, not an enviable job. If I could have my pick for who to be a successor to KK, I would pick Theory. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I would too, for two reasons. One, obviously he loves Star Wars and knows the lore. He's the biggest fucking Star Wars channel on YouTube. Over 3.5 million subscribers. Yeah, he'd definitely be good for running the creative side. He himself has admitted he's not that good at the business side, so they would still have to hire him a buddy. Josh actually would probably be able to handle the business side, honestly, plus help out with the creative. Like, literally, Nerd Theory running Lucasfilm would probably be dope. Like, super dope. Because, yeah, Theory's obviously, he's Star Wars Theory. What more do you need to say? Then we know Josh loves him some Star Wars. Plus, he's, actually, they're both pretty entrepreneurial minded. They wouldn't be, neither of them would be where they are if they weren't. Yeah, no, they'd still probably need someone like with, true executive experience to help out with the business side, but definitely for the creative side, Theory and or, well, Theory or Theory and Josh. I mean, Filoni's already had creative, so yeah, they just need a new executive in there, honestly. But it's got to be an executive that gives a shit about more than just the corporate part of content, 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 bottom line, bottom line, bottom line. Calling it. Night, babe. I love you. Yeah. So where was I? Right. Yes, the next executive, the next head of Lucasfilm. No, I don't need to repeat myself again. I told you what I want. Sabersmith, I still think it's going to be either Dave or John that step in. Well, John's definitely more business minded than Dave. So, and honestly, I don't think Dave would want to run the whole shebang. I think he would. I think he's perfectly happy where he's at as head creative. Justin, what's going on? Brooke says Nerd Theory plus someone who has an MBA from a top school and also loves Star Wars would be out. Yes. Saber says good night, babe. Oh, she puts her earplugs in. Otherwise, she wouldn't even get sleep while I do this. She said good night, Saber. Yeah, we've been chatting about the KK, Justin. And what's really happening behind the scenes there at Lucasfilm. Trin, what is happening, man? How you doing? Glad to see you here. There's a third person who's on Nerd Theory sometimes, Mark. Well, he's the one that was seemed to be very business minded. He could help. Yes. Well, yeah, it's Mark Fernandez. He was Theory. Well, actually, Theory was his partner on Rule of Two. So, and then I don't remember what the deal was, but Mark wanted or needed to leave the show, and he's the one that told Theory about. Hi, Carrie. He's the one that told Theory about Josh and hooked those two up. So, yeah, that's how that went. All right. So, for Justin, Trin, and Carrie, I'm going to TLDR the KK shit. What it boils down to is this. There's almost a constant flow of rumors of her being fired for this and for that, and a lot of that's probably based on hope. Obviously, there was the thing that Josh made popular. If it bombs, she gone! With Indy 5. It bombed. She's still there. You getting ready to throw some steaks on the grill? Nice. Nice. What kind? You got strip steak. You got prime rib. You got T-bone. You got ribeye. What you got? I love steak. I'm such a carnivore. No, I'm an omnivore. I like salads and shit like that, but I'm an omnivore with a heavy lean towards carnivore. So where was I? Oh yes, TLDR. Um, so yeah, the constant litany of Kathy being fired rumors and hopes and dreams and suppositions. New York Strip, nice. The hopes and dreams and suppositions, and it keeps not happening, and it keeps not happening. Right? Little jelly of the New York Strip. And we're all like, why? How the fuck is she still there? Well, the reason is she doesn't have a replacement yet. And that's the only thing keeping her there, because she has been asked to dip, but they're giving her the soft landing. They're not giving her the Victoria Alonso treatment. But she has been asked to leave. But they need her successor. And then and I hadn't even really heard about this rumor until Jay over at Sidetrack talked about it, which is basically what I'm doing, is summarizing his news. Donna, I'm full carnivore. Fuck rabbit food. Oh, that's great. That's great. But yeah, supposedly there's a rumor. I guess there's a rumor going around that Kathleen Kennedy was being investigated for embezzlement. That's been overblown. I'm ready for the entertainment industry to be rebooted like it was a franchise. You know what? By the time these strikes are over, that something like that might happen. Like, who was talking about that? I want to get someone I was listening to. This is not my thought. I wish it was. But someone I was listening to was saying that with the way things are going for, like, what used to be the tentpole movies, like all the comic book movies and stuff, and like everything that's been popular, they were postulating that it's time for like a renaissance similar to what happened in the 70s, with a bunch of young kind of indie directors coming in and making smash movies. Young indie directors like George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, and those kind of people. So, and honestly, I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that if something like that happened. I'm ready for good entertainment. I'd prefer it to be from my nerdy shit primarily, but at this point, I'll take anything that's good entertainment. Laura, hi everybody, got stuff to do with at home. Just wanted to stop by to say hi. Oh, stop by to hit motherfucking contacts. Oh, I just wanted to stop by to hit the like button for chilling. Thank you. Hope everything's going well for everyone. Well, Laura, I hope whatever it is you have to deal with is not too serious or complex or whatever. I hope it's something you can wrap up quickly, and then I hope you can enjoy the rest of your weekend. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the basic TLDR on the Kathy situation. Oh wait, no, I didn't even finish the fucking the fucking embezzlement shit. Anyway, so yeah, so she is not actually being charged, investigated with embezzlement. What's actually happening is many studios / departments / whatevers are being investigated for budgetary mismanagement, whatever you want to say, mismanagement of the budgets. So the budgets, how the budgets are being reviewed, where the money went is being reviewed at Lucasfilm, which is where the Kathleen embezzlement thing came from. But it's not a question of embezzlement; it's a question of how stupidly did you spend your money. And it's not just at Lucasfilm; they're going through Marvel, they're going through Pixar. It's pretty much company wide. They are going through everyone's expenditures and being like, why did you spend 20 million on this shit? You know, so Second Street, Marvel, trend. We got Rippaverse in comics. Epic verse for movies looks silly, but we need someone to supplant what's currently going on. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a big comic reader. Like when I need info, I just, I go and do my research. Although I really someday should get either start collecting trade paperbacks or get a subscription to Marvel.com and just, read the shit on computer, my phone, or whatever. Yeah, so I'm honestly really excited about Josh's comic. I think that shit looks sick. I'm ready for him to start his do his Kickstarter, get that shit going. Brooke, how are you, Laura? Yeah. Still can't believe Disney spent around 250 mil on both Secret Invasion and Andor only to get mediocre results. What a waste. Yeah. Justin, I mean, she should definitely be investigated for that. Oh, 100%, bro. Yeah, Brooke, that's because Disney is a waste. I mean, lately they have been. Like Disney itself, as it's not just Lucasfilm, and it's not just Lucasfilm and Marvel. Disney itself has taken a lot of brand damage for a variety of reasons. The Marvel Digital is great if you don't have room to collect, but I've been collecting Marvel omnibuses. Okay, what? In not too large of a chat, what's the difference between an omnibus and a trade paperback? Is there a difference between an omnibus and a trade paperback? Yeah. Explain that one to me. I don't know the difference. I know they're both collections of some kind, but I don't know how that works. So educate me. Yeah. I mean, I'm learning as I go doing this stuff, but it's fun. This is the kind of stuff I love to learn. Disney been as good at handling money as the government. Right? Donna, my eyelids keep falling. Good discussion. Good night. Hashtag dang it, Bob. Right? Yeah. Well, Donna, you have a good rest. And thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Can you remember Spotlight? Shelved by Disney. No, but I might look that up just because any excuse to shit on Disney I kind of want to take, because they're earning it. Brooke, yeah, I want to read some DC and Marvel comics. Read some here and there growing up when I'd visit the library, but when I got deeper into them, just a bit overwhelming where to get started. Right. Oh, omnibuses are hardcover and generally collect 12 to 50 issues of comics in continuity. Okay. Feel like DC Comics holds slightly more appeal to me than Marvel Comics, but would like to get into both. Right? Yeah. So does that mean a trade paperback is like one specific event? Small story arcs. Okay. So like if I wanted to have the entire, say, this 80s, the full collection of all the issues of Secret Wars from the 80s, or like Crisis on Infinite Earths at DC, also in the 80s. Are we noticing any parallels there, people? Those two going back and forth with their events is fucking hilarious, or at least it was then. Anyway, yeah. So if I wanted to get like the entire story in one something, would it be an omnibus or a trade paperback? Brooke says, "Oh yeah, I did recently finish the Invincible comic book." I'm going to go ahead and answer for him. Yes, he's talking about Eric July. The trade of Secret Wars, but also have the omnibus of it. Okay, which one's cheaper? Because I want something along those lines. I don't want to collect individual issues. I don't. I want to be like, Trade's cheaper. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to collect individual issues. I just want to walk into, a comic book shop and be like, and just grab like a whole event and walk out with it. So, thank you for that info, Trin. I really appreciate that, and also for stopping by. Oh dear. Okay. Let's not get into that one. I have to take my usual roundabout an hour in Tinkle because retention is awesome, but I can't control my bladder. I'm getting old, so I'm gonna tap out for just a wee bit. But when I come back, we're going to be talking James Gunn and Gal Gadot. Gorgeous gal. We'll be talking that situation when I come back. So, see you in a wee bit. Alrighty. Thank you for your indulgence. I mean, not that you really had a choice, but a lot of them other guys I agree with on some stuff, but most of them I can't really stand. I may regret this, but what you talking about, Trin? Or who? Just a little bit of, I don't want to go deep on this, but I do want a little bit of context. It's just there's so much going on with that whole situation. All right, what the hell are y'all talking about? Justin, wild thought. What if in a few weeks they extend cake? Man! All right, I got to rip off Josh. You don't say that. You don't say that, Justin. Oh, you don't know what situation either. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to let chat run this for a minute. Now y'all got me curious, and this seems like a fun thing to digress about until it's not. Swing to talk about DC stuff, hopefully with more positive things from DC in the future. Yes. Oh, people are always mad at Eric. People are always mad at Eric. That's the fun thing about Eric, is he just pisses off everybody on both sides because he's a libertarian, so he don't give two shits. So yeah, no, Eric lives. I feel like Eric thrives on chaos. Maybe. I mean, I don't know him, obviously. Um, but just about every time his name comes up where I see it, it's because he's pissing people off. So, and I don't think he's. I don't think he's a. He's. I don't think he's a grifter though. I think he's. I think this is what he says and does is him. I feel like it's genuine. So I feel like if you're sticking to, you know, pick any topic, not just politics or whatever, pick any topic. I feel like if you're just hammering down on one side or the other, that makes you much more of a grifter than someone who's just saying what they say and don't give a fuck what people think about it. They're just, I feel like Eric's the kind of person that's just like, here's what I think, here's what I have to say. If you agree, cool. If you don't, so I am a sucker. I want to be liked. So, but you know, if it comes down to it, I feel how I feel. I think what I think. I believe what I believe, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to defend it. But, you know, one thing I also firmly believe, without getting into anything that, you know, may be controversial to some people, is don't start no shit, won't be no shit. So, yeah, he actually has good arguments for what he likes or don't like. He just don't bark woke at everything. Well, thank God. I'm not going into those motherfuckers, but I'll just say I'm glad he's not one of those motherfuckers. Because holy shit. Literally everything they bitch about just all comes back to bad writing. Literally. So. All right. Let us get in to the other big subject I wanted to get into this evening. And then after that, it's, you know, free time, as usual. But I got to talk about this shit. You know what? We're going to have to kill that. So, there's been a bit of a... Well, actually, I can leave it up for a little bit, but I mean, I'm going to have to kill it in a minute. Got a little ahead of... Whoops, too much. Got a little ahead of myself. Be nice. Well, good for you, Trent. I mean, if you hadn't, that's your choice, and, you know, whatever. But I personally think that was a good choice. But of course, I think that because of my stance on stuff. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. But yeah, like, honestly, it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you find something to complain about, it always comes back to execution in some form, be it the writing, be it the production, be it the direction, be it the photography, whatever. If it's a bad movie, bad show, bad stage production, it's bad execution. That's it. Right. So, this all started because Gal Gadot, I agree with a lot of those guys and what they talk about, but most of them are insufferable. Yeah, I mean, for example, I watch a reasonable chunk of Darth Melvin stuff. I do not watch it because I agree with his politics at all. I don't. But when he drops all that other bullshit, in my opinion, it's bullshit, and actually gets into the heart of what's pissing him off about Star Wars, he's pretty much dead accurate when he actually just goes after the execution. Um, and then he goes off into his views, and that's where he loses me. But he is entertaining. He makes entertaining videos, and he does make good points once you hose off all the bullshit from the points. He makes good points. So Melvin is the mirror version of Mad Max. Maybe. I honestly don't know. We'll say sure though. I'll take your word for it. You're a smart guy. I've watched your stuff. You know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. So Gal Gadot, in an interview before, well, you know what? Without going into the whole timeline, because I'm actually gonna cheat and let Josh handle the timeline part. You'll see. But basically, the dust up is Gal Gadot said that her, James Gunn, and Peter Safran are going to be developing a Wonder Woman 3 together. She used a direct quote, basically saying, anyway, you'll see. So she put it out there that those three are going to develop Wonder Woman 3 together. That came out, I think, Thursday morning. I saw Twitter/X blowing up about that Thursday morning. Thursday evening, Twitter/X was blowing up with the trades coming out and saying that there is no Wonder Woman 3 in production or development, however you want to put it, nor are there any plans regarding Wonder Woman whatsoever currently. There appears to be some contradiction happening. It would appear that we are being misled by somebody. You guys probably already know who my vote is, but insofar as the specifics, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to be lazy. And I'm going to let Josh explain it all since he was nice enough to put it together on his live. And, that's just how we're going to do it this time. I can't wait till I have two screens. Bro. No sound? Son of a bitch. Thank you. And hold on. I fix it. All right.
On these topics. Oh shit, here it is. Here it is.
How about now? It looks like there's audio
Oh, this shit's wild.
on my end now.
Okay. Gal Gadot is not a liar. Gal Gadot says James Gunn and Peter Safran told her in a meeting, "You're in the best hands." This was from, this was a while back. Any word on Gal Gadot? Did you have a meeting with her? And by the way, be interesting. Let's go. Yes, we met with her weeks ago. We didn't let Gal go. Ezra's movie is already made. Henry doesn't fit what I have for Superman. So you see, it's true. He had that meeting. They didn't let her go. And she was under the impression that they were literally going to develop Wonder Woman 3 with her. Okay? James Gunn has lied several times, from the trailer views of Suicide Squad to Ben Affleck wanting to do a movie for the DCU. I wouldn't be surprised if he lied to Gal Gadot too. Nothing's changed at Warner Brothers. They're still an effed up studio.
You guys remember that? You remember that Ben Affleck story? Do you guys remember that? James Gunn had said, what did he say? Yeah, he said that Ben was looking forward to coming in and directing a movie for the new DCU. And like a few weeks later, Ben's asked about that interview. He's like, "Yeah, no, I never want to direct a movie for the DCU." What the fuck, man? Just straight up, what the fuck? But
to shit I was trying to tell people about back in December. Like, this dude literally just talks out of both sides of his mouth.
oh,
And he's lying to everybody.
Are we back? Are we here?
This is what they had in the trades yesterday. Despite recent comments from Gal Gadot claiming DC heads James Gunn and Peter Safran told her they would develop Wonder Woman 3 together, sources with knowledge of the situation tell Variety that is not the case. According to the sources, a third Wonder Woman movie is not in development at DC, nor do Gunn and Safran have plans at this time for any Wonder Woman projects in the new DC universe, other than their previously announced Paradise Lost sequel or prequel series for Max. On
that's too far.
movie is already made. Henry doesn't fit what I have for Superman.
Sorry about that, guys.
So you see, it's true. He had that meeting. They didn't let her go. And she was under the impression that they were literally going to develop Wonder Woman 3 with her. Okay? James Gunn has lied several times, from the trailer views of Suicide Squad to Ben Affleck wanting to do a movie for the DCU. I wouldn't be surprised if he lied to Gal Gadot too. Nothing's changed at Warner Brothers. They're still an effed up studio. I'm going to give that a little likey. Yeah, it's like finally the internet is waking up to shit I was trying to tell people about back in December. Like, this dude literally just talks out of both sides of his mouth. And he's lying to everybody. This is what they had in the trades yesterday. Despite recent comments from Gal Gadot claiming DC heads James Gunn and Peter Safran told her they would develop Wonder Woman 3 together, sources with knowledge of the situation tell Variety that is not the case. According to the sources, a third Wonder Woman movie is not in development at DC, nor do Gunn and Safran have plans at this time for any Wonder Woman projects in the new DC universe, other than their previously announced Paradise Lost sequel or prequel series for Max.
You thinking slick, huh? Showing up the course just like a dumbass, acting like you can't hoop. You assumed I couldn't hoop because...
This is another comment that he made. I'm not sure where you're getting that we booted Gal. Wild, bro. That's wild shit. Okay. Yeah. Yikesy, yikesy, yikesy. Big yikesy. Okay. So, this is the deal. This is why this sucks. This is why this dude is not a good leader. This is why the fucking DC is already in shambles, okay? So, basically, I think he did want to keep Gal. And I think one of the reasons he wanted to...
Alrighty. So, yeah, that's a much more concise presentation of the timeline. then I mean, I could have offered that, but Josh already did it, and work smarter, not harder. So what do y'all think? What do you think of that? Because there are people out there who are like, nope, Gal Gadot's full of shit. She's just trying to pressure them into a Wonder Woman 3. She already knew it wasn't going to happen. She was making a play, trying to manifest it through the public. And then, of course, there are others that are like, yeah, Gunn's full of shit. Look at his history. I'll give you one guess which side I'm on. I think Gunn's full of shit. He's proven it plenty that he's full of shit. I've even heard that he squeaks when he walks. Sounds like he just walked through a mud puddle, even though his shoes are perfectly dry, because he's so full of shit. So, what did I do with my buffer? There it is. To be honest, probably she is making a play. Both are hard to trust given Gunn's recent track record. I mean, being in Hollywood, probably a little bit of it was her making a play, but I don't think she was flat out lying about what James Gunn said to her. I wouldn't be too opposed to a Wonder Woman 3 film if it's good. The BS is usually coming from the studio. Yes. Yes, Carrie, that is correct. Second Street Marvel, a.k.a. Trinity. Gunn is a liar, yet I still don't care. We need an actor who can actually act in the role. Yeah. I mean, I am interested to see what direction he goes with Wonder Woman, assuming he even gets that far. I say that because he could fuck up Superman and, kill the DC right from jump. So, there's that possibility. Oh, yeah, we're done with Josh. I can do music again. How's that? There we go. Maybe a smidge back down. Yeah, that'll be good. Don't get me wrong, Gal is very beautiful, but she can't emote very well, and she's very stiff in action. I mean, I've never thought she's a bad actress. I mean, she's not. I've never considered her outstanding either. Decent to good, better than average, better than serviceable, but definitely not anywhere near outstanding either. And yeah, she's gorgeous. But I mean, it is fucked up. But one other thing that Josh mentioned that I agree with, James Gunn did one thing right in this situation. He didn't address it himself on the internet, on the Twitter/X, as he has done so often in the past. He did it through the trades like most people in his position do. I mean, that's basically what the trades are there for. They're there to they are who the studios leak to. I don't know for sure who owns the trades. I think there might be some company crossover between like parent companies of trades and studios and that kind of stuff, but I'm definitely not for sure on that. It just feels like I've heard that. But regardless, the trades are basically there to pass along the information the studios want passed along. So with that Variety thing, when that one came out talking about, no, Wonder Woman 3 is not in production. No, there are no plans for Wonder Woman at all right now in the DCU. That was James Gunn. That was just James Gunn using the trades like an executive should instead of using Twitter like an executive should not. All right. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is one of the bright spots of the DCEU films. Yes. No, she did a good job as Wonder Woman. She was a really good Wonder Woman. She's just not overall an outstanding actress. And I'd be interested to see who they hire next. But again, that's, if they get that far. Because DC is pretty much in the same spot that Lucasfilm is in right now. If Ahsoka bombs for Lucasfilm, Star Wars is basically done. They'll still put out content, but it would take a miracle for like a lot of people to get excited about Star Wars again. DC is right there with Superman Legacy. If Superman Legacy bombs, DC's toast, at least live action. They can stick with putting out the pretty good animated movies they put out. But live action would be on break probably for a long time. For sure, I think her talents would work well for TV roles, but her it factor is her beauty. This is true. I think a little bit of her personality. There's some of her personality goes towards the it factor too. There's a bit of a quality. I definitely think Patty Jenkins played to Gal's strengths and got the best possible performance out of her in the first movie. Yes, because Wonder Woman 84 was fucked up. Pedro Pascal was fun to watch, being psychotic, but yeah, that movie was pretty much booty cheeks. Amy Adams' talent was wasted in the DCEU. Yes. I agree. Brooke, gonna try to see the Justice League War World movie later tonight. Oh, I've heard that's fucking good. Speaking of which, been putting that off for a while due to other stuff. Well, you know what, dude? When life calls, you got a life. That's just the way it is, Unfortunately, unless you're one of the, really fortunate ones like Josh and Theory and whatnot, for most of us, nerdy shit got to come second. So, you got to adult when you got to adult. There, you're not left with too much choice after that, or sometimes. And obviously, if we all could do this shit for a living, and we would. So, but yeah, once again, looks like James Gunn, at least this time doing it through the trades, but has done stuck his foot in it again. He done fucked up. He lied to Gal Gadot in the face. And basically, in trade terms, said, yeah, no, you're fired. I mean, until the next Wonder Woman is named Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, but Gal Gadot's not Wonder Woman. Doing this for a living still comes at a toll. Oh, for sure. I mean, even just doing this mostly for fun, but trying to, get better at it, which is what I'm doing right now. And I enjoy this, but I'm also trying to get successful. Yeah, that's, bad enough, just fitting it around a job, normal job. I'm okay with doing this for a little extra money and working for a living. Yeah, I'd be okay with it too. It's, I'm not at that money point yet. That's like my, and I'm not even going for ad revenue. My immediate goal is that getting to that the whatever they call it, the light version of their getting you paid, where you can do memberships and get super chats and shit, but you get no ad revenue, and for that you only have to have 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours in a 12-month period, as opposed to the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a 12-month period, which is how you get all of it. Wasn't this article from a long time ago, though? Well, there was one interview that was conducted pre-strike where she said that, but the one where she said, and I quote, and then whatever she said, James Gunn said, was within the last month or so, because she has clearance to promote her Netflix movie because that was already filmed before the strike. So she was promoting her Netflix movie and, of course, was asked about Wonder Woman and gave that response. So it was definitely a much more recent... It did happen a long time ago, but then was reiterated much more recently. Can't believe Gunn lied to Gal Gadot. That's only going to hurt his reputation more. Well, at this point, I don't think he obviously doesn't give too much of a shit about his reputation, or he would have knocked this stuff off a long time ago. So I think you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within a 12-month period for full monetization. That means memberships, super chats, and ad revenue. Now, they have a light version of the monetization program now. Did I just start and end that sentence with now? Jesus fuck. Okay. Yeah, they have a light version where you only need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours in a 12-month period. And then you get you can do memberships and super chats, but you get no ad revenue. Second Street Marvel Trend says, yeah, I don't get the kind of traffic to make good money from ad revenue. Matter of fact, I don't even monetize my videos. Huh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, ad revenue you really wouldn't get shit off of unless you're doing, Josh numbers at a minimum. Saber Smiths. I've been at my job for 8 years, and this is the first year I've been blessed financially. Took a while. Well, I mean, your hard work paid off at least, though. So that's always the goal, and that's the shit, dude. Congratulations. That's some really cool news, and I'm very glad to hear any kind of cool news nowadays. But yeah, James Gunn talks more shit. And that's that. The fuck, dude. Yeah, definitely. Second Street. Plus, I'm not trying to make people watch an ad when I'm reviewing a comic book. I'd rather them hear about the comic. Yeah. Facts, dude. I agree. I agree. I mean, if I was trying for ad revenue, I'd try it right from jump or right at the end, and that's it. Unless I had like a long-ass video. But having a day job can be rough. Gotta always perform and try not to get yelled at by your boss, which does happen sometimes. Yep. Just gotta try to make the same mistakes. Yep, pretty much. It's great. It takes time to be successful in any of that. Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. Definitely love to do what Josh and Theory do for a living, watching good content, and with Theory's case, doing gaming streams. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's probably pretty, I don't know, because I don't game, but, Justin could tell you a lot more about getting going with gaming streams, but Yeah. That would be fun. I would do it if I did game, but I don't. Yeah, does Dratch teachers make crap? Yes. However, the university I teach for gave bonus. First time. First ever in your professional life. Well, nice. That is so freaking cool, dude. That is so freaking cool. Watch some of Theory's gaming streams here and there. Yeah, I'll dip in on those occasionally. I'm actually following a lot more people now, so I don't dip in anywhere near as much as I used to when I was watching fewer people, but I like getting different perspectives. Different perspectives help me get closer to, like, final thought formulation. Anything you guys want to talk about? We're at free time now. Whatever you want. Literally. Whatever. Just, if we get into a fractious subject, just, be kind. I may watch some of his streams on Elden Ring, maybe. To get Elden Ring, you'd have to start it, because you want some starters on it. Right, yeah. Yeah, it's always nice to go in prepared. You got to be entertaining for me to watch a gaming stream. Only took me 51 years of my life to get that. But yeah, Trin, I can totally dig that. I find Justin quite entertaining. That's how we ended up. That's how we ended up being friends. When I had many fewer things to watch, I just hopped into his stream one night, and there we go. Gaming streams can be good reviews for any games you're thinking about. Yeah, sometimes watching a glimpse of them can help make a decision on. Yes, that is true. And plus, you'll literally hear anything wrong with that game. As the streamer plays it, they will most assuredly point out what they think are flaws. Did I see the latest video from... Is that supposed to say Sean Head? Shane Head? Shayon Head? No, because I'm, as you can see from my lack of ability to pronounce that, I don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah, I think for comics, I may start with DC Infinite Crisis. I remember there was a reference to it in a Big Bang episode. I've been listening to a lot of Comic Explained while I DoorDash lately. If you want comic knowledge, Rob is fucking awesome. Aw, yeah, man, it's facts. But yeah, so if you wanna start, I would start with. Are you talking Infinite Crisis or Crisis on Infinite Earths? Because if I recall Rob's teachings correctly, Crisis on Infinite Earths came out in the 80s? And I don't know if that was in a response to Secret Wars or Secret Wars was a response to Crisis on Infinite Earths, but they both came out in the mid-80s. Shoe on Head. Oh, Jesus. Okay. But yeah, no. Who the hell is that? But yeah, if you're talking Crisis on Infinite Earths, that is definitely a good place to start, because in that event, they had a multiverse going in, but they only have a Prime Universe coming out. Speaking gaming, there's an episode where the nerdy guys get the girl Penny addicted to an online game, only for her to realize that she got way too addicted. What was it, like fucking Farmville or some shit? Remember Farmville? When everyone was playing Farmville hours and hours a fucking day? And that's how Zynga got so much fucking money. And that's why they are the mobile Slash online game giant they are. And if that wasn't the event that did it, that was the one that definitely put them over the top. Saber Smith, I saw it. Oh, you saw Turtles. It was fantastic. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I want to see that shit. I think Infinite Crisis is the one mentioned in the Big Bang Theory episode. Okay. Crisis on Infinite Earth seems closer to Secret Wars. All right, well, there was both. There was a Crisis on Infinite Earth back in the day, and then there was an Infinite Crisis not so back in the day. But Crisis on Infinite Earth is probably, well, I love doing shit chronologically, so I would start with that one. It's definitely not nerdy content. What, the Turtles? Sure it is. Wasn't Farmville, it was some fantasy MMO party. Oh, Pentagon. Oh, okay. Well, like World of Warcraft or some shit like that. League of Legends? Probably World of Warcraft. Probably World of Warcraft. What's not nerdy content? Are you talking about the Turtles? Turtles are totally nerdy. I mean, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. How the fuck could that not be nerdy? And in my mind, that's fucking nerdy. Of course, I also like golf, so. Oh, Shoe on Head is not nerdy content. Okay. I will check them out. Yeah, I think with comics, given there's so much I read, it's best to start with a genre of comics you're most interested in. For me, I may start with darker toned comics. Well, fucking Dark Horse is what you want then, dude. Dark Horse Comics. That's the print. That's the printer that like Marvel and DC go to when they want to like go ham and like super gritty with their stories, or allow someone to. That shit gets put out by Dark Horse. That's where the Christian Bale trilogy was based on the Dark Knight Dark Horse comics. Channel for Turtles looks pretty cool, yeah. Voice acting was phenomenal, music was spot on, and the visuals were stunning. Go see it. Well, I'm planning to go see it. Anyone going to see the Blue Beetle film? Well, of course I'm going to go watch it because, you know, I do this. More along the lines of Brittany Venti kind of stuff. Evan Preach always cracked me up. Dude, you are watching a whole line of shit that I don't watch. I don't know who any of those people are. Yeah, they did do some. There was a Vader run in Dark Horse, I believe. I think Theory did a whole set of videos on it, but I think Dark Horse had a Vader run too. I fucking want that. I'm like 99 on the Vader run. I don't know if they did other ones, but I'm 99 on the Vader run. Maybe Trin can confirm that for me or correct me. As I am 100% sure he can. Nope, jump to lo-fi. Slightly more perky beat than a lot of lo-fi. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. There's plenty of perky lo-fi. Maybe this sounds a little more full than most lo-fi. Maybe that's it. It's in the way it's mixed. It sounds different than most lo-fi. Anything else y'all wanna talk about? Because if not, I'm gonna call this motherfucker. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but at Target today I did see a Lego set. I believe it was a Republic gunship, and it had the Clone Commander Wolf minifigure in it. I mean, we do see. I'm pretty sure we see at least one Republic gunship in the Ahsoka trailer, so I don't know how much of a spoiler that would make it, but that is pretty cool. Now, I don't know if they dropped that Lego set before the trailer came out, which, if that was the case, then yeah, it would have definitely been a spoiler. I don't know the timing on that. Honestly. Carrie's not planning on seeing the Blue Beetle. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, it does not look like a movie that's going to wow me. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks like it's going to be garbage. I just think I'll be like, okay, yeah, there was a comic book movie. Disney should really look to good Star Wars comics or Legends and novel series. Yeah, they really should. Maybe after we finally get our change in leadership, they will. There's a few things I definitely think they should do that come from Legends. Bane, for fucking sure. That Dawn of the Jedi thing that James Mangold may or may not be doing. That's a cool place to go, I think. And that's Legends. I personally love the Republic Commando novels that were written. I think having those adapted into movies would be fucking dope. Obviously, the Plagueis novel being adapted would be fucking dope. Wonder if it's for the Bad Batch. He's in season 3, I think. Ooh! Yeah, I have heard that he might be showing up in that, I think. Rather see Sound of Freedom? I may watch that. That's not a movie I'd want to. I don't want. That's a movie like that is not one I want to watch in the theater. I want to be able to. I want to be able to turn it off if I need to. And I don't want to spend $7 to leave in the middle of it or some shit. So it's a fun film. Not expecting too much from Blue Beetle, but I like the actor who's playing the role. Blue Beetle. He did well in Cobra Kai. See, I have not watched Cobra Kai. Yes, I know. I'm behind on a lot of shows that everyone talks about all the time, and I just get to sit there. And that's it. Heard Sound of Freedom is good. Many people do think it is a good movie. Many people do think that. Maybe Disney should stick with movies for Star Wars. Track record with Disney Plus shows is not great. Yeah, they just need to stop making Disney Plus shows for both Lucasfilm and Marvel, period. I think it was Josh brought up this point yesterday. When Disney Plus first came out, even before The Mandalorian, it was basically the vault for $7 a month. And I had forgotten that until he brought that up. And I thought about it for a quick second. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much why I got it. I just wanted access to like all the shit in the vault. I wanted to be able to, fucking, oh wow, I remember this. This was cool to watch when I was younger. And, nostalgia, click. Great film based on true events with no bad scenes, unlike Cuties. I don't even know what the fuck Cuties is. Yeah, so no one's track record with Disney Plus shows is great right now. At least in the IP that we like to talk about. Almost brought it. However, there's a 2023 Star Wars Advent calendar, and I thought it would be fun to share the minifigs with you guys. They're Funko Pocket Pops. So what are they only like about, 2-3 inches big? Do they look like overgrown Legos? All right, so here's a regular size Funko. Currently rewatching Stargate Atlantis. Oh, yeah. Where you at? All right, so Saber. On a normal size Funko Pop. What are we talking? Like, damn it, I suck at this. Like 1/10 scale or some shit off of this. Half of it, a third of it, quarter of it. What are we talking about comparatively? Disney Plus had a strong start with Mandalorian, but kind of fell hell off. Yeah. Well, I mean, even the first, well, not Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but Loki was really good, and WandaVision was pretty good. Tiny. Okay. Those sound like fun. But yeah, pretty much everything put out after 2020 is not great. Forgot just how amazing it is. Almost finished first season, right? Cool. Yeah, no, that was a really good show. Well, all of Stargate's good. Universe is good in its own way. Heh. If Lucasfilm had been paying attention to Stargate, they never would have made Andor. Because Universe was Andor for Stargate before Andor was Andor for Star Wars. I'll drop a pic in your Discord of it. Cool. Thanks, man. Put it next to something for context, though. For scale. If you wouldn't mind. That'd be really cute. It'd be really cute. All right, I'm calling it. It's time to go. You're the first person I've heard say that WandaVision is okay, and I haven't even watched it. Have you heard more negative? Because I know the finale pissed a lot of fucking people off, and the whole Ralph Boner situation, and that one aggravated me too. I'm not saying it wasn't flawed. It had flaws, but it was definitely, in my mind, much better than most of the rest of the offerings we've gotten. So, all right, guys. Thank you very much for being here. I really, 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 really appreciate it. I will never stop appreciating you all. Again, quick reminder, next Saturday, obviously, you know, if something pops off, I'll talk about it. But for the most part, next Saturday is Ahsoka Fest. Yeah. WandaVision is okay. Felt boring. Kind of had to force myself to watch it because I wanted to keep up with the MCU. See, I liked it. You know, some of the weirder, you know, some of the stuff they did in some of the periods they covered in the TV thing, that was a little goofy. But I felt it was definitely much more. There was a lot more good than was what the fuck in it for me. Hearing lots of complaining about it, don't even know what it's about. Oh, so basically, after Infinity War and Endgame, when the Vision is dead from when Thanos ripped the Mind Stone out of his head, she goes a little nuts and basically takes over an entire town and turns it into as you go through the show, basically runs through most of the decades of the 20th century in a sitcom format. It's actually kind of cool. Great stream. Thank you. Yes. But yeah, so you have a wonderful night too, Saber. But yeah, so Ahsoka Fest next Saturday, and then on the 23rd, when it premieres, I am not fucking staying up for what would be in my time zone till 3 a.m. to watch that shit. So I'm gonna watch it Wednesday evening. I want to watch it with you guys. So if y'all want to do a watch party, let me know somehow in the Discord and the comments on this video, both, whatever. Because, like I said, regardless, I'm watching it Wednesday evening. I would like to watch it with you guys, though. So, watch party? What watch party? It would be the first one I ever hosted. I want to watch Ahsoka with you guys on the 23rd when it premieres, but not till 9 p.m. my time. Because I want to watch it. Like I said, I'm going to watch it Wednesday night regardless, but I want to do this channel's first watch party, and I want to watch it with you guys. Because I'm still 99% confident in that show, and I think it'd be super duper dope to enjoy watching a Star Wars product with y'all. What is what? For the Ahsoka premiere on the 23rd. A week from Wednesday. Yeah, like they said, the total runtime is one. Yes, I'm Eastern Standard Time. Like the total runtime is, they're saying, what, hour and 36 minutes, I think. I'm not 100% sure if that includes credits or not. I'm going to go ahead and surmise yes, because that's the safe way to assume. Which means we're probably looking at maybe an hour and 25 minutes of watch time. So, hop on at 9. Get started no later than like 9:10. Done at like 10:30, 10:35. And then we can chat about it for a while or dip, either one. Because, it is a weeknight. I understand if y'all just want to watch and take off so you can get up and go to work and blah, blah, blah. So, is that Atlantic Standard Time? Are you like in the far east of Canada? So is it like 12:09 a.m. Sunday for you right now? Am I reading that right? But yeah, so I'd like to watch it all with you guys on the 23rd, if y'all are down for that. Obviously, we'll finalize that next Saturday as part of Ahsoka Fest for sure. So, Atlantic. Okay. Cool. Oh, you do live in far east of Canada. All right. Well, you live in Newfoundland or something? Do you get to throw rocks at Greenland? Okay. Enough pseudo goodbyes. I'm out. I love you guys. Thank you for coming by and chatting it up with me. I hope y'all had fun hanging out. I did. I always do. You know this. And yeah, like I said, again, Ahsoka Fest, Ahsoka Watch Party, Ahsoka. And of course, whatever else comes up. Nova Scotia. Okay, cool. But yeah, we'll talk about whatever else comes up. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of Ahsoka. So, brace yourselves. But in the meantime, have a good week. I hope you all have a good week. And we'll see you. Something will come up. I think I'm finally getting settled into where I can start getting videos out on a semi-regular basis again. So hopefully I'll have a video out next week too. Don't know what about, I'll find something. But yeah, until then, like I always say, there's always a good time to be had when you're chilling in the basement. Good night. You're in next weekend, right, Justin? Dope. Good to hear it. Glad. Thank you. We are going to have so much fun next week. We are. Why is my microphone not working? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?